Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Let's take a deep breath. It's been that type of recording session. Okay, hold on. I need a deep breath. Do it with me. Alright, let's start out for a minute here. Let's just settle down and, okay. Let's take a deep breath. On the count of 3, we'll breathe in, right? Hold the breath for 3 seconds and then let out, okay? So okay, 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Okay, hold it, 1, 2, 3. Let's try it again, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Let it out. And one last time. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Now you should be taking some natural breaths. Your lungs should want to fill up naturally, and okay, what happened was twice I tried to record this session. The first time it messed up. I didn't realize I hit the off button in the recording by accident with my mouse, and I shut the recording off about 15 minutes into the recording. So I was like, oh, damn it. I was talking. It was a long session too. I went on for like an hour and 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, 45 minutes of that was not recording. And then I tried it again and something happened. I don't know what happened. It messed up. It might have messed up the first time too. I don't even know. But it messed up, and the entire recording was useless, and that was another hour too. So I just spent 2 hours recording, and I got a lot done, by the way. Actually, I'm going to show it to you now. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take a boat down there. Let's open a boat. Wrong way. I'm going to show you, I finished up the Coliseum there. I put chairs in it and everything, and I was talking about a bunch of stuff. I'll talk about it again. Yeah, hold on. Let me get to the Coliseum so you can see it. Nice quick ride. I put stairs here. I put these stairs by your stairway up in the torches. Now, if you take a look at the Coliseum, I fixed up the floor. I made a spotted floor. I put the stairway here. I dug down one lower level in the dirt, so it would be like 1 square deeper. And you come out through the stairs here. I want to make a little archway. And of course, here are seats. You can't see them that well there. I should have made them 2 different colors. Oh, I need to put some. Yeah, okay. I'll show you when I get up here. Hold on. It's supposed to be. See, oh. Okay, that was useless. It's supposed to be seats there. Let me get over there and take a look. again. Okay. It's supposed to be seats. There's supposed to be a lower tier seats and then the higher tier seats. You know, I'm going to put a set of seats here. A little box. Like a little box of seats here, which will be the king's seats or something like, you know, guest of honor or whatever. And I think the floor come out really good. And the seats are there on the sides, and then supposedly, you know, gladiators or whatever will come in, and people are sitting in the chairs and seats and watch the show and that type of thing, and chair and that type of thing. I need to put some more. I need to fix that up there. Okay, I need some wood. I used jungle wood there. I was going to use acacia, but I thought it was a little too reddish, so I went for the jungle wood. Do I have more jungle wood? I need more jungle wood. You know what? I'll use some spruce wood. Make it look like maybe it's been fixed up a couple of times or something. So it's not all just the plain same wood. Like that. Need to do that, and there. And we'll put a little box seat here. Yeah, okay. Perfect, it'll be 4. There we go. And of course the king gets a nice chair. Nice seats. Oh. Go back around here. I was saying it's if you don't know, it's Memorial Day in the United States. Memorial Day weekend, and that means they have Monday off. That's what it means, Monday off. So, just, there's a night, in other words, this is just a nice weekend. 3-day weekend. Okay, let me do this. It's a beautiful day. Today was a beautiful day out. It's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, around there. 85, that's, 25, it was about, roughly about, excuse me, 29 degrees Celsius, around there. But there was a light breeze, and it's, nighttime was cool. Nighttime goes down to about 60. So, oh, you know what? Those chairs need to be higher. I mean, look. No, okay, no. You'd be sitting on the chair here, you'd be sitting down, and yeah. You'd put your feet on the white part. Sit down, okay. It's all good. Excuse me. And it gets cool at nighttime, so it's gets down to around 60, which is let's see. Nope, helicopter. 28 would be let's see, 15, 16, about, I guess, about 16 degrees Celsius or somewhere around there. 16, 15 to 16 degrees Celsius, and then so it's cool at nighttime, in other words. It was nice and warm during the day, and it went down quickly. Excuse me. My throat's acting up a little bit. Probably since I've been talking for the past 2 hours. And, yeah, it was a beautiful day. People usually go out and picnic and barbecue and all that type of thing. Or they go travel for the weekend somewhere. Okay, so this is all done. I just wanted to show it to you. I'm going to leave this for now. One of the things I had wanted to do was I had wanted to use some quartz to like some white slabs and stuff, and I didn't have any quartz, and I was like, alright, you know what, I think I'm going to head into the nether. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm sorry you missed all the building of that Colosseum, but after 2 sessions, that was it. It was done. You know, I finished it and everything, or at least I finished as much as I wanted to. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Or maybe some torches up there. But, yeah, it was a nice, beautiful day out, and nice day to just kick back, relax. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty nice, too. It's supposed to be about 70 and cool, nice cool breeze. 70 would be, let's see, 38, it'd be 50, 18, about 20 degrees Celsius. With a nice breeze, you know, nice, cool, light breeze, you know. So people should enjoy themselves. This is the first really nice weekend we've had in a while. It's been raining out like crazy, and it's been keeping sort of cool and chilly and a little muggy with a little bit of chill, you know. So this is the first really nice, like, shorts weekend, you know. People walking around before with jeans and whatnot. But this is the first, yeah, shorts weekend, I think. Alright, let me quickly do some... Oh, okay. Let me go to sleep real quick first, and then do some farming, some quick upkeep, and then I'm going to head into the nether. I'm going to start cutting up some quartz in there. Now I hope this goes normal. Hope there won't be any problems. I think I fixed it up. Again, Windows updated. So I swear whenever Windows updates it does something all the time. All the time it messes with the sound settings. I have no idea why. Why should I just leave my sound settings alone? Excuse me. And, oh, I was talking about the big news, of course. If you don't, I don't know if you watch the show or not, but, Game of Thrones, I was talking about this before, Game of Thrones ended last week. And, okay, well, first of all, my niece graduated college, and so she graduated from Clark University, you know, degree in biology. I'm very proud of her. And she's going for a master's. She's going to go for a master's in hospital administration. So that'll be really nice. You know, I'm really proud of her. And her brother also graduated with a political science degree, and he's in communications. I think communications are. Yeah, I think communications. And he works for Mass General, part of their public relations department, I think, Mass General Hospital. MGH, if you don't know what that is, that's the big hospital here, and it's a massive hospital here in Boston. MGH is known, has a really fantastic reputation, is known sort of worldwide. And he's working there, so maybe she could also get a job there. My sister works there now. Mass Journal is unbelievable. They've taken over like half of downtown Boston. They buy up all the land there. It's crazy. It's insane how much land they own there, and they either rent it out or keep building more and more buildings there. It's incredible. Mass Journal is like multi-billion-dollar business. And the two places like Harvard, MIT, well, actually three places. Harvard, MIT a little bit, buys up land. Harvard buys up a lot of land. And Mass General buys up tons of land. They're constantly building new, I'm talking about entire complexes. Like they'll buy an entire area and build like 12 buildings or something like that. 12 like, 3 or 4 story buildings with nooks and crannies of offices here and there and all over the place. And you're like, Jesus, wow. Excuse me, just having a little drink. And so she graduated from there, and we went to a place called the Cafe Escadrille, which I recommend. It's an Italian restaurant. My in-laws are Italian, and they know a lot of good places. It was a really nice place. They had really great food there. Oh man, they had a tortellini with cream sauce, butter and cream sauce, and this smoked prosciutto in it. It was, oh god, it was to die for. It was crazy. It was just so creamy and delicious. It was unbelievable. And they made the cake, and there are a lot of like wedding scene stuff going on there. Wedding receptions, and you have your own like ballroom area. We had a ballroom area. There's about 20 of us, and they had a nice cake there, and the cake was unbelievable. I was sort of shocked at the amount of detail on the cake. I was like, wow, goddamn. It had nice butter sauce to it, like a butter frosting to it that was not sweet, Well, it was really good. Had a prime rib and cooked perfect, unbelievably. And I'm just going on and on about the food. Hey, here's Damon. And the beautiful sorbet. It was this raspberry sorbet. It was just fantastic. And she knows my brother's wife knows all she's really good about picking out different, like they have good food. They know where the good food is, And they're willing to spend money on it, This must have set my brother back a pretty penny to rent out this ballroom and everything and have this stuff. That's one thing. He won't skimp on anything like that. He's not cheap when it comes to stuff like that. And it was quite delicious. I had a really nice meal there. And I had a good time. I mean, I sat there with them, and for the first time, no arguments, nobody screwing around, nobody messing things up, and we just sat there and had a great time, and it was just fun. We sat there, and I turned around and was talking to my brother, and my sister. They were sitting next to me, and we just talked about Game of Thrones the whole time. We did all about Game of Thrones, you know. It was all on it. And so was everybody else. It was funny at the graduation, the speaker was like, okay, all right, everybody settle down. I know you all want to get home to watch Game of Thrones. Because it was the last episode for Game of Thrones, the season finale. Not the season finale, the total end show, the very last episode ever. So, excuse me, I don't know if you heard that. I'm just fixing the microphone there a little bit. So we were just going on and on and on about speculating, because the very last show was that night. It was Sunday. And we were there on Sunday. It was like 5 o'clock when we went there. And the show was on at like 9 o'clock. Everybody wanted to leave around 8:30 because they all wanted to get home and watch Game of Thrones. It's funny. But I was talking about how Game of Thrones this season has been, it's been a mixed bag. It's been really disappointing for a lot of people. There are a lot of people really upset about Game of Thrones this season, who are like really like, oh my god, this season sucks, and you know, they're just upset about it. I have to admit, it was like, I haven't been particularly happy with it. Either. It was just poorly executed and poorly written and executed, to be honest. And the funny thing was there was a petition that went up, and the petition was, have you never heard of it? The petition went up, and you can look it up. Just look up Game of Thrones petition, and you'll see it. And it's a petition that's, the petition is, redo season 8 with competent writers. Somebody put up a petition for that, and the petition got, when I last checked, it was over 1.5 million signatures. I'm sure it's probably like somewhere getting towards 2 million signatures now. That's how bad it is. People are like really upset. They're like not happy with what's going on. And I gotta say, the last season or so is, I won't do any spoilers or anything, but the last season or so has been sort of terrible. I won't say it's terrible. It's just disappointing. It was really disappointing. It seems so rushed, so incredibly rushed, that I mean, it started last season when people started just like teleporting everywhere, and like stuff that normally in the earlier seasons, you know, like an army takes 6 months to go travel from here to here, and you know, so and so would have to wait for them and blah blah blah. And suddenly this season they're like, they're just there. They just appeared there. You know, they're just there. Screw having to actually travel. It's like they just appeared there because they needed there, so they just appear there. You know, and stuff like that is going on, and people are just dying. Now, it isn't a spoiler that people die in Game of Thrones. People die left and right in Game of Thrones, so it's not a spoiler, but it's, they were wrapping up the show and they were sort of just killing off all the characters. And that shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody, that if you're watching the show, that's coming. But the thing is, they kill them off like so fast, so immediate, so quickly, that people are like flipping out. They're like, "What? He just died? It's like he died in one episode? Like, what's going on? What the hell was that?" And I have to admit, I'm the same way. I was like, "What? He's dead?" All that build up for what was all that build up for? If the guy just got killed, one episode, what the heck's going on? And so there was a lot of what are these guys doing here? Any more of these guys? There's another one. Okay. And so it just seemed incredibly rushed. Like it was like, all right, we have to hurry up and kill these guys off and get to this part. And part of the petition was saying that, and I honestly have to sort of agree with this. They're saying without the source material, in other words, the books, the Game of Thrones books, that these guys, they may have been good book adapters, the two writers, but they're terrible writing on their own. Or not terrible, but they're just mediocre, And I gotta say that, like, I agree with that. They would just seem to be mediocre. They seem to be really rushed and just really not very good. They, I don't know. The writing seemed to be poor, and the rushing seemed to make it worse. Even though they didn't have to rush, I was like, from what I understood, they were told they would be given more time if they needed it. The guy's like, "Oh, no, we'll finish it up," and suddenly, within like a couple episodes, everything's, finishing up. I'm talking, people will alter drastically within like 2 episodes. They suddenly, and I mean alter drastically by like they're the opposite of what they were. They turn from a good guy to a bad guy or something like that within 2 episodes, And you're like, now, it wasn't surprising that they were going to turn evil or something like, or turn bad or evil or whatever. That wasn't the point. You sort of knew that was going to happen, but the shock was that it happened in 2 episodes, like, boom, out of nowhere. It was like a lame excuse for them to suddenly turn evil. And, yeah, a really lame excuse. So it was sort of surprising. And people were really upset about it, I think there was a thing that said there was a poll that a major newspaper did. I think the Washington Post or something like that did that, or the New York Times or something was saying 60% of people were dissatisfied with the end of the show, or didn't like the end of the show, the wrap up of the show. Now, the very last episode, I I didn't think it was great or good or anything, but I thought it was, I was like, alright, I'll accept that. And I was like, alright, whatever, I'll take that. It wasn't terrible. I didn't think it was horrible. I didn't particularly like it, but I didn't think it was horrible, you know, not like the previous episodes. But I wasn't particularly happy with it, to be honest. I was like, alright, whatever, you wrapped it up and fine. But I was really I'd say I was really disappointed with the last season. I mean, I was like, wow, even the 7th season. This season was the 8th season. There was only 6 episodes. But the 6 episodes were big, long episodes. They were like hour and a half long and stuff. So they were almost equivalent of like movies, really. But the 7th season started going downhill. I noticed the 7th season, the writing started becoming... Honestly, I started thinking the writing was poor. Like, it started becoming poor. You know, it wasn't that good. And then, by the way, that's like the 6th and 7th season is when the books disappeared. When they no longer had the books to rely on. Now, from what I understand, the 2 writer guys knew the ending. They knew where they wanted the ending to go, where they were supposed to go with the ending, but they didn't know. But they didn't. So it seemed like they knew how they wanted to end the show, but they didn't know how to like get there. You know, they sort of didn't understand how to like have a liaison there, how to connect between the like the present and the future. You know, and it seemed that way. It looked that way, and it came out that way. It really felt that way. So. Okay, let me get out of here and head to the Nether. So it was just disappointing. Oh, there's a zombie there? Oh, it's a pig guy. Okay, alright. Hello, pig man. Let me change my outfit. Get rid of that. Do I have enough for... Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, let's do that. And, alright, there we go. Hello, pig man. How you doing? Oh, let me make a couple of, pickaxes here. There we go. Alright, I'm all good. But yeah, I was people are rather disappointed with the last season of the show. Or it seems to be. I don't know if people hated it. I think they just seem to be very disappointed. But other than that, I was talking about, I picked up a couple games on the... Now this is the thing, there's another thing that's sort of been in the, been sort of in the gaming news, is the Epic Game Store. Why aren't you going through? Okay, there I am. The Epic Game Store, which is a lot of people not particularly happy with. I don't know if a lot of people, but I think there's enough people who are not particularly. Oh, I should bring a silk axe and get all that stuff there. What am I thinking? Okay. But, let me get this quartz. This is what I wanted. I wanted a bunch of quartz. So I'm here to dig up quartz. And possibly nether stone. But the Epic Games Store had a 10%, sorry, not a 10% off, a $10 off each game. Any game over 14, it's still on, by the way, if you hear this, you can still pick up games. Any game that was $14.99 or better, in other words, $15, they would take $10 off. So literally, if a game is $15, you'll only pay $5 for it. Now, I wanted to play. There's a game, Heavy Rain. Now you have to remember, I don't have a console, and I'm not a console guy. I don't have consoles. So stuff like Red Dead Redemption, stuff like that, The Last of Us, I never got to play because they're on console, you know. And Heavy Rain was always on console, and I never got to play that either. So, and I always wanted to play it. That and what is that guy down there? Hold on. I want to look at this guy down there. Is he a pig man? What is he? Oh, I guess he is a pig man. Okay. I never got to play those games, so. And for the first time, they brought them onto the Epic Games Store for PC, for people that playing on PC. So Heavy Rain was $20. It was $10 off. It was only $10. I was like, okay, I bought it. Now, I have a Fortnite account. I have a Epic Games Store account because I played Fortnite. Like I've had it for over a year, way before anything started. Before they even put the store up. I mean, store for other games. They always had a store for Fortnite. I have played Fortnite. Fortnite is fun. It's okay. I mean, I'm not a big Fortnite player, but Fortnite is really fun to play, and I can see why so many people enjoy it. It's really fun to play. It's sort of just a nice sort of casual, fun type of game. It can be intricate, but fun at the same time. So I already had an account, and I knew their sort of storefront, their UI, and I've never had a problem with it. I've had no problem with it at all, and it's very minimalist for people who don't like Steam that has a lot of stuff on it and all this junk on it and everything. I don't mind Steam. I like Steam. But if you want a sort of minimalist, it's sort of like GOG. It's sort of a minimalist setup. There's not a lot going on with it. There's pretty much it's like the store, the library, your library of games. And I think it's a friends thing, and downloads, and that's pretty much it, really. Now there's a lot of complaint about that, that it is too minimal, And I agree with that to some degree. I really want to see a review system put up there for games. That's something I really miss from Steam. That you should have. I think you should have, so that people could, put their opinion out on games. Like, so they could see it, so other people could see it and judge by it. I'm not a big forum user, but I know that a lot of people like forums and stuff like that. And I can imagine that I could see that as I think that's necessary as well. So I think they need to start doing that. Putting all those things in the game, in their store UI. One of the main things was, I figured this out when I was buying the games. I bought 3 games. The Subnautica early access game, which I didn't like the idea of buying early access, but I know I was going to buy this. The new Subnautica game was only $10, so I bought it. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll buy it because I know I'm going to buy it anyway. It's in early access and it's going to take a while, and I was like, whatever, that's fine. I figured it'll take a couple of years, and in the meantime, I'm not playing it in the meantime. I just figured I'd get a cheap price on it right now, so that when it's ready, I can actually play it. That Heavy Rain and the Beyond Two Souls, which I also wanted to play. I'm not sure how good that is. I think people will complain about it a little bit, but I don't care. I figured it's $10 and I wanted to play it. Sort of more adventure-y gamey, and that's sort of the way I like it. I like those type of games. If you had noticed. Also, Detroit Become Human. I didn't buy that yet, but that's up for sale as well. That's $10 off as well. I think it's $29.99, and before it was $39.99. But there was a big controversy because some publishers didn't want the games up for sale. They didn't want them up for sale yet because they were not because they were being greedy or anything like that. It was just that they were planning on putting sales up for their own, and I think, and stuff like that. And so they were like, your sale is sort of messing with the plans we had for our sale, and that type of thing. And it became sort of a big mess. But the one main thing was I couldn't believe it, drove me crazy because I bought the 3 games, was that they don't have a cart. You can't put like 3 games into a cart. You have to buy everything one at a time. Exactly one at a time. Then you have to finish and then, register it and, whatever, get it and all this stuff and everything. And then go back and then buy the next thing and go back and buy the next thing. Now, I heard there might have been some problems with that people buying the games too fast, like buying like 5 games in a row, were getting flagged as like possible fraud, a possible fraud thing going on. So, which is that's reasonable. That you don't know if somebody's taking your credit card and buying a bunch of games over and over again, or something, you could possibly be your children or something like that too. You know, it doesn't have to be fraudsters. You know, it could be like your kids buying games or something. Got a hold of your credit card and suddenly they're buying all kinds of games and stuff with it. You know. And so what they did, what they incorporated was a thing if too many games at once are being bought, that it'll be flagged as, you know, take a look at it, you know, just in case. So, I don't know, some guy had bought 5 or 10 games or something like that at once, and then suddenly he got flagged. And it was you know, it was cleaned up and squared away and everything. But the point is that this wouldn't happen if they had a damn card. You know, card would be fixing this stuff up real quick. It wouldn't be a problem. So that's the thing. I'm like, man, you need to work on that like right away, like now. They had a thing saying that they would work on it 6 months from now. It's like, no, you need to do that like now. Like that needs to be fixed within a couple weeks. You know, I was like, well, what the hell? How many stores nowadays can you think of that you can't put more than one item in a cart at a time? It's crazy. That's like, was it like 1999 or something? Like, I was like, what's that? Is this CompuServe or something? What's up with that? AOL or something? Or, you know, like, I think even AOL had no problem with that type of thing. You know, I'm like, wow, okay, you need to like fix that. So there are some issues that the storefront has that need to be fixed, and it's obvious it is an inferior storefront. Flat out, I won't argue that with anybody. And of course they're trying to fix it and stuff and everything, but I think they need to hurry the hell up, to be honest. Because this is not a particularly good system to have. Like, even I noticed it when I bought 3 games. I was like, what the hell? I buy one at a time, and luckily I bought one day, and the next day I bought 2 of them. So I wasn't buying like a whole bunch of stuff all at once or anything. Otherwise they might have flagged me. I don't know what the limit is. I mean, I assume you could buy 3 games without being flagged, but who knows? This guy said he got flagged for 5 games. So if I had bought like 2 more games, maybe it would have flagged me too. Okay, what do we have for quartz here? Okay, I got some quartz going on. Let's see if I get a little bit more. Okay. Then I'll get out of here. This will be the end of the game. I have to check and make sure it's not crazy. Didn't mess up again. If it messes up again, that's it. I'm not. That's it. I'll forget it and I'll do it tomorrow. But it's an interesting. There's some interesting stuff going. There's a bunch of interesting stuff going on. I also read a couple books that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, you guys know. Well, if you listen to me a lot, you know I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan. I picked up a series called the Sherlock Holmes series. As a 4th book just come out. And it's a girl, Charlotte, her name is Sherlock Holmes. And a kid named Jamie Watson. It's modern day, and they're supposed to be actual descendants of the actual Holmes and Watson. and they're in like a boarding school in Connecticut, and stuff happens and all this, and they begin to team up together. It's surprisingly adult. Like Charlotte Holmes gets assaulted. She has a very big drug problem. She's taking cocaine and some other stuff, and remember, it's modern day, so I actually enjoy it. I enjoy the characters. I read the second book. The second book was losing me a little bit. It was getting just a little convoluted. But the third book, I'm on the third book now, and the third book is getting better. But I'll tell you about that a little bit more. I just wanted to mention that it's a sort of, they're young, they're supposed to be teenagers, they're 17 or 18. Let's get some more quartz. And they travel back between London and New York all the time, and Connecticut and stuff like that. They're boarding school, and it's fun. I mean, I really, it's probably one of the, it's fun. That's the thing. I'm like, oh, this is actually fun to listen to, read, and have a good time with. I won't say it's the most expertly written book, but I'm actually having a better time with this than a lot of other Sherlock Holmes stories that I've read in a long time. There's something about the two characters, the Jamie Watson, who is of course a descendant of John Watson, the Watson fame, Dr. Watson, and Charlotte Holmes is supposed to be a descendant of Sherlock Holmes. And there are Moriartys involved all over the place, which is sort of fun. Although I think they really pushed the Moriarty stuff really hard. And the families, I really think they pushed the family stuff too much. I want to see them just do a flat out mystery, you know? Somebody at school gets killed or something like that. Okay, you're gonna be like that, huh? There we go. Got him. Boy, he didn't scare me, he got me pretty good there. But, yeah, it's been the most pleasurable Sherlock Holmes read I've read in a little while. If you don't know, it's by Brittany Calavero. And the point is that I'm on the third book now. I'll tell you a little bit about the third book. Without spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it for you or anything. Okay, actually, I'm perfect. I got force. Okay, there we go. Oh crap, where is my portal? Okay. I need to head back home for a bit. I really need to bring a silk axe with me. But I'm going to head back home here, and I'm going to end this. How do I... Okay, here we go. Alright, how do I get back here? Okay. I'm lost. I'm gonna have to dig my way through to get back to my portal. Oh, no, here we go. Okay. Alright. All good. I want to end outside here. I don't want to end inside the nether. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm going to end this here, and let me get back to my little place here, and I'll talk to you next time. Yeah, we'll get back into some more of the books I read and stuff like that, and it's been a lot going on in the last couple of weeks, so I'll say goodbye for now. Thank you for joining me. I hope you didn't mind my rambling about Game of Thrones there. And, yeah, please join me next time. So, I'm Bunnysays, and hope things are good with you. And, yeah, please join me next time. So, goodbye for now.